Hey, Algebra 2, we're back again. The nice thing is there's no new material this week, so keep it for breezy because it's about to be easy, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
But this week is a review of all the log stuff we've learned since spring break. So it's been almost a month now since spring break. Man, time flies when you're in quarantine, right? Or not so much. It's the longest month of my life. I don't know about you guys. But let's review everything we've gone over. Okay, let's review everything we've gone over in the last, whatever it was, month or so. So here's our log review goals, looking at this. First thing we learned is just to convert between logs and exponents. So that's like number one thing you should be able to do is convert. Two, we talked about our exponent properties. If you're looking for exponent property videos, definitely look at that first week after spring break. I believe it was like the 14th through the 21st, something like that. I did a YouTube video on exponent properties here. But just a reminder, this is multiplication. So a cubed times a squared, that's a to the fifth, because you add those. A to the fourth over a squared is a to the second because you subtract 4 minus 2. If you have a power to a power, a to the fourth to the third, that's 4 times 3, which is a to the 12th. And finally, anything to the 0 power is 1. That's just like a quick summary of that. I did this so you could take a screenshot, maybe take some notes or whatever. There's not going to be any new notes on Thursday this week because it's a review. You have all the notes from the unit already. Okay. The next thing we talked about in YouTube video 4-21, we talked about using log properties, okay, to expand or contract. And we'll do a little bit with our examples. I'm going to do 2 examples today, more in the solving because that's where we find some trouble, but it does go into using log properties. Last week, we went into ln and e problems. So natural log and e and how those are opposite. So if you're looking for a refresher on that, my YouTube video from 4-28 entitled ln and e, okay? Also with the exponent, it could be in the rationalizing using exponents video, but that's again on 4-14. And then finally, we did change of base. That's what we did last week. It's a pretty simple process. Log base 7x, well, that's log x over log 7, and you would use your calculator for that. The last week was very calculator intensive. And then the last thing, when putting all this together, we just call this solving logs. And it could incorporate a lot of these. Normally it incorporates this and this. Okay, so if you're looking at 1 and 3, we kind of combine those and say we're going to solve some logs. So I have 2 examples here I want to go over. One's in green, we'll call that example green, and the other one's in black, we'll call that example black. I'm not using very many words, I've noticed, so I think I'm becoming illiterate. So I think I might just pick up some light reading. Someone suggested a book to me called Webster's Dictionary, and I really think it's going to help me out. So this is example green, okay, and we'll use green color code. So set log base 7, 1 over 49 equals x. Okay, so the first thing I do is I just got to convert this because I have a log on one side. As long as I have only one log, I can go ahead and convert. So this tells me 7 to the x equals 1 over 49. Now, a lot of people got really confused when I have 1 over 49. I think we all know that 49 is 7 squared. Okay, I think we know that. But this 1 on top is kind of weird. And that's where we have our exponent properties over here. And if we have 7, well, 7 to the negative 1 is 1 over 7. 7 to the negative 2 is 1 over 7 squared because the negative puts it down below. Negative 1 puts it below. So here's 7 to the negative 2 is 1 over 7 squared, which is 1/49. So here my x must equal negative 2. I would highly encourage you to use a calculator when you start to see fractions and stuff, and you can start to double check all this material. Okay, the next example I have is example black over here. So log properties, okay, this first one is log property. It's a power property. So I'm gonna move that bad boy up there. That's the first thing I gotta do, because I have to condense to where I only have one log and then solve. Those are on the notes from last week. So I have log base 3, well that becomes 4 squared. So 4 squared is 16 minus log base 3 x equals 5. Some of these type of problems were on your quiz last week if you did that. Log base 3 16 minus log base 3 x equals 5. I can use division property, so this now becomes a division. So now I have log base 3 16 over x equals 5. Now I only have one log, I can convert. So this becomes 3 to the 5th equals 16 over x. Well, 3 to the 5th is 3, 9, 27, 81. 81 times 3 is 243. So 3 to the 5th is 243. 16 over x. Multiply by x on both sides. Can you still see all right? Yep. Multiply by x on both sides. Those cancel. And I'll move this up here. And I have 243x equals 16. Divide by 243. Divide by 243. You can keep it as a fraction. You can go as a decimal. It's your prerogative on that. But x equals 16 over 243. So for this week, I'm going to give you a worksheet that's longer. So it's only one worksheet this week and a quiz. Do the worksheet. It's going to be like 2 pages. It's going to have all this stuff. Watch the old YouTube videos. Complete any of the missing assignments you might have for this logs unit. Some people are missing assignments. You're missing quizzes. I'm going to be starting emailing home. If you have like gone MIA since spring break, like we need to get you on track. Okay, I'm trying to help your guys' grades out. If you're doing the assignments and you're taking the quizzes, it's not hurting your grade. Like it's helping. Like that's what I'm seeing. If you're just taking the quizzes, your grades aren't that great because you're not doing any of the practice. You're just taking the quiz, and I've noticed not a lot of success. So do the practice, take the quiz, have success, raise your grade, and we're gonna get through this together. Do the review this week, take the quiz, and we'll see you next week with rationalizing. So a whole new unit. I'm looking forward to it. Miss you guys a ton. Get out and enjoy the sunshine. Later.